A couple of other things I want to ask you about. Speaking of extracting money from people's pockets illegitimately, self-defence. Now, in America, it is quite common for women to carry mace, which is a type of pepper spray. Obviously, in different states of America, it's quite common for people to carry guns as well. Now, I don't think we're proposing to go back to that, but we'll go to that here. But what about, civilian cans of pepper spray to ward off robbers and muggers? Do you think we should be allowed to do that?
Absolutely. It's one of the things that I talk about quite regularly. What happened in 1996 with the changes to the gun laws wasn't just about guns. It actually turned us into a country of, to all intents and purposes, of victims, unable to protect ourselves. Now, I often get people who are fit and healthy and maybe know a bit of boxing or martial arts of some other description say, oh, what do you need a weapon for? Try telling that to your mother or your grandmother or your elderly uncle. They are absolutely vulnerable. And yet it is illegal to own a pointy stick or carry a pointy stick, some pepper spray, mace, personal tasers, which, as you probably know, you can buy them all over the place in Asia. All sorts of non-lethal things which would potentially ward off an attacker, a mugger, or someone who's doing you harm, or even a home invader for that matter.
See, I've bought a torch which looks like a small baseball bat, and it's a very bright light, and I think shone at close range would probably blind someone. Well, it wouldn't blind them, but it would stop them doing from what they were doing. But actually, it's essentially a club in the shape of a torch. Now, it's legal because it's sold as a torch. But I mean, I don't like the fact that I feel like I have to have something like that in my own home, but I do, because if we're the victims of a home invasion, I want to be able to defend myself.
Absolutely, and it's not just you either, it's your family that you want to protect.
Absolutely.
And you're perfectly entitled to, it's perfectly legitimate to want to do that, and the law should not prevent you from doing that. The law cannot be there all the time. The old saying is, when seconds count, the police are minutes away. They cannot be everywhere. And nor do we want them to be everywhere. We'd have far too many police, not least because they're expensive, if we really expected the police to keep us perfectly safe all the time.
You would like to see the law changed to allow civilian use of pepper or capsicum spray?
Non-lethal means of self-defence. I don't think they should be regulated at all. They should be basically, if you want to carry them, if you feel like carrying them, obviously not compulsory, it's up to you. If you don't feel threatened at all, then don't bother. But they're really, in most countries, don't regulate them at all.
Okay.
Here, you can go to jail if you're carrying one.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.